Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Shay's Hobby Dog Bay. Hobby Dog Bay. Guess what today is? Today is Tuesday, April the 21st of 2020. Do y'all know what that means? Today is the last day, or the ending day, or the first day after, however it's really said, of my 6-week recovery from my surgery. Yay! So, I have my appointment tomorrow. It's a phone call appointment with the surgeon doctor. She hasn't said, but since today's the end of my 6-week recovery, I'm assuming she's going to cut me loose. Know what I mean, Vern? So I'm happy about that. But today's video is a tag. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta fix my chair. I should have done this before I started the video. Anyway, now I'm too high. But it sinks down. Like, I don't like this being too high because I'm on my tippy toes. My feet don't set flat on the floor. I like for them to do that, so I go 1. Not just my tippy toes now, it's my toes, and the front part of my feet's on the floor, but my heel's still sticking way up. But this is kind of the perfect height I want to be. But I can get it where I want it and sit there for a while, but after a while, I can feel it. It starts slowly sinking down and getting lower and lower and lower. And then I'm too low for my table, and I don't like that. So anyway, I am fixing to do this tag, and sorry y'all, dusting my table off. There's a couple of tags going around, matter of fact, through all of my, well, not all of them, but a lot of my subscribers that I'm sub to and watch, they're all doing these tags. Now, no one has tagged me, and that is perfectly fine. But they do say, and even if they don't say, I feel like if you want to do the tag, you can just go ahead and do the tag, you know? But a lot of them do say, even though I didn't tag you and call your name out, if you want to do this tag, feel free to do this tag. So, I've decided to do 2 tags. Not in this one video. I'm going to do one video for one tag and then one for the other one. Now, granted, they're going to be long videos. This tag has got 10 questions. The other tag I'm going to do has 14 questions. Okay? So here we go. The name of this tag is called A Little Bit of Everything tag. Now, at the end of it, I will tag, one of them you tag 3 people, and one you're supposed to tag 7 people. Normally the tags you tag 3 people. I don't know who picked the number 7 to tag, it's just kind of different to me. I don't remember which tag is which that you tag the 7 people or the 3 people on. So I'm just going to, I probably wouldn't even know 7 people to tag that I would want to tag very well or whatever. I'm just going to, on both of them, tag 3 people, and then I'll do like they all do, and I'll say, if I didn't tag you, didn't say your name, and you want to do this tag, go ahead and feel free to do this tag. Okay, but I'll do that at the end after I answer all my questions. Okay, the name of this tag is A Little Bit of Everything tag. So, number 1, what time do you normally go to bed? That's a funny question to ask me. Normally, all my life, ever since I was 13 and I spent the night at my granny's house and my Aunt Bill had left a book there laying in the room where I was sleeping. I picked it up and got interested in it. She actually had 2 books she left there. I got interested in it. I started reading it. I finished the whole book of that first one. I picked up the second book and said, I'm just going to check it out, see what it's about, and then go to sleep. I started reading it. I finished that entire book. I looked up out my window and it was daylight. 6 o'clock. I had to get up, eat breakfast, get dressed, and go to the trailer right beside Granny's house to do my babysitting job. That's why I was staying with Granny, because I was babysitting the little girl there. I was 13, the little girl was 5 years old. And I had stayed up all night long, and I went and babysat her all day long after staying up all night long. And ever since then, so I'm blaming it on my Aunt Bill. Ever since then, before that, I didn't stay up late, or I didn't stay up all night long. But ever since then, I have stayed up late and all night long. Most of my life. But it changes. So my normal is I'll stay up till 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Or, like I said, every once in a while it ends up being all night long till it's daylight outside. Okay? It will start slacking back and changing. It's weird. In the past, I've done like this data thing on my sleep hours. How long I stayed asleep, how long I stayed awake when I woke up, if I took a nap, how long it was. I did that for a whole week, off and on. And it's a pattern. It changes. It gradually starts changing. I don't know why I'm like that, but I have always been that way all my life. So, it'll slack back, and instead of it being 2, 3, 4, and 5 o'clock or whatever, it'll be 12 and 1 o'clock that I stay up to. Then it'll be 10 and 11 o'clock. And then the oddball times, I might end up going to bed at 9, 8 o'clock, for a little while. But then it gets back to the late hours again. It just slowly keeps changing all the way around the cycle all the time. That's my normal. Now, since my gallbladder surgery, I have been going to bed early. 8, 9, 10, 11, at the latest 12 o'clock. But the more I have recovered and gotten better, I've been staying up longer. Actually, last night was my longest time to stay up to. It was almost 4 o'clock before I went and laid down. So actually, by the time I really got in the bed and got settled and got to sleep good, it was probably after 4, possibly even 5 in the morning. And that was my longest last night since I have had my surgery. So, I'm getting back to my normal again. Okay, number 2. If you could close one fast food chain, what would you pick? Right now, I'm not going anywhere to eat because of coronavirus. Before that, and even after this is all over with, I still don't go much because I don't always have money to go out and eat. Where I live here, I don't even think we have one of these names of restaurants here in Picayune. Now, Slidell probably has one. But I'm going to say, because way back in the day before, when I lived in Mississippi on Bowie, we had this mall, Cloverleaf Mall it was called. The first old one, do I have the right name, family? Tell me. Yeah, the new one was Turtle Creek Mall. Cloverleaf Mall. No, that's not when it was. I'm sorry. It was when I lived in Vicksburg, Mississippi. So the mall there, I think. Anyway, and this restaurant is other places, not just in malls. It's like a single building restaurant. And I don't even know if you can call it's a fast food place, I think. And that's what they're saying, fast food, right? If you could close one fast food place, yes, Arby's. I ate there one time in my life and I didn't like it. And I don't want to eat there again. I don't know why, that was so long ago. I just didn't like the taste of what I ordered. And maybe they may have other foods there that I would like, but I just hadn't never bothered to go back to an Arby's again. I don't like Arby's. So I'd close down Arby's just for that reason, just to have an answer for that question, Okay, so, number 3. What part of your body could use lotion? My face. I get so dry a lot around my mouth, and I have these beard hairs that aggravates me. It's not that I care about what I look like, because I don't, but or what other people think I look like. But like when I do this right here, I feel them hairs, and I don't like I feel them hairs, and I'm doing this and I'm picking and trying to pull them out. Sometimes I can get them out, but it's aggravating. I have to get to a mirror and get my tweezers and go, and I hate it. Why do I have to have them? Blah. But yeah, I get dry and my face needs lotion. My hands will dry out, especially during this time. I am washing my hands like crazy these days. I get so raw, and yeah, I need to put lotion on more. I have lotion. I just never think to put it on until my hands have gotten so dry and scaly and crackly and start bothering me. Then I'll say, I gotta get a lotion on. But I can't never think to just normally, routinely, every day put lotion on, you know? But yeah, my face and I guess my hands right now. Okay, where am I at? Alright. So sorry. Number 4. When things, y'all tell me what things is. When things break down, do you prefer to fix or replace them? I myself wouldn't know how to fix anything. As far as trying to get somebody else, like my husband or whatever, to fix stuff, that's hard to do. Don't have the money to pay other people to fix things. So I would rather just replace it. Probably don't have the money to do that either, but that's my opinion. That's what I would go with. Now, my husband, he's all about trying to fix it and keep it and not spend as much money as he can. But even when things break and tear up and we don't bother to fix it or can't fix it, but can't use it, you know what? He still don't want to throw it away. He don't like throwing away old tore up toasters or mixers, hand mixers. He just wants to keep them in the kitchen and the cabinets. He just can't stand to throw it away. And that's so stupid to me. The thing don't work and you can't use it. Chunk it. Ugh. He never wanted to throw the old... I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't an old phone book or two over there in that mail center pile we got here by the door. Used to, back in the day when we had those kind of phones and had phone books, you know, when they would give us a new phone book all the time, he wouldn't let me throw the old phone books away. Of course, now these days, I'd love that because I'd use them to craft with. But, you know, back in those days, I wasn't doing this kind of crafting and stuff. But no, he wouldn't let me throw phone books away. Alright. So, number 5. If you had all the money in the world, what would be the first thing you would buy? Well, the word you would buy, I don't know if this is considered, I don't think it is. I shouldn't have even said if. This is not considered buying anything. But the first thing I would do is I would pay my tithes. On all, because, like, I know it says, where's it at? If you had all the money in the world. Well, like right now I don't have all the money in the world, but if I ever came into having all the money in the world, you know, I would have to at first some point get all that. So I would want to pay my tithes to my church, my pastor, on all of that money in the world that I just came into. Understand? So I would do that first. Then I would pay off all of my hospital and doctor's bills that I've been accumulating lately, and my medicines, and then also I would just go on and get other bills paid off and caught up. Not that we have a lot of bills, because we don't have a bill on our house. We own it. It's not a mortgage. We don't owe anything on our car. It's ours. Our Albert's truck, we paid it outright. So we don't have bills like that. But then I would start getting things fixed up. Like I'd get a new refrigerator, a new freezer, a new washer, a new dryer. Start fixing things up and fix things up, get new things for my craft room and stuff like that. So that's what I would do. Okay. Alright, 6. Would you rather keep your current sleep schedule or hibernate for 3 months and have the other 9 months, it don't say months, but I'm going to say that because that's how my mind needs to hear it. Have the other 9 months of 24/7 alertness. Okay, my answer is going to be different from everybody else's that's done this tag. Everybody else says that they would want to keep their current sleep schedule because they wouldn't want to stay awake all the time for 9 months. Well, me, that alertness phrase there and word means that I wouldn't be tired and I wouldn't be sleepy, so I wouldn't want to and wouldn't need to sleep. So if hibernating and sleeping for 3 months, and that I could stay awake all of the rest of the 9 months, 24/7, honey, that would be right up my alley. Because, that's why I stay up late at night. I want to be up doing things. I want to craft. I want to watch my videos, I want to play my games. I want to read my books. I want to do all these things. I don't want to go to bed and go to sleep because I can't do those things. So that would be right up my alley. If it's alertness, if I'm not tired and sleepy and needing the rest and needing to go to bed, I'd be fine and perfect. Okay. I know I'm odd. I'm not like anybody else. It says without being tired. I didn't even read all of that. Would you rather keep your current sleep schedule or hibernate for 3 months and have the other 9 months of 24/7 alertness without being tired? Okay, I think what I've done, I may have added that part. That might not have been actually the rest of the question. I don't know. But anyway, I gave y'all my answer. Number 7. Have you ever cried at a movie? Well, it's saying at a movie, like if you went to the movies. I don't go to the movies, but I have watched movies on TV and such. But yes, I have cried. I cry when I read books. I am a easy crier. I can get around someone and they could be sad and crying about something and I wouldn't even know what it was about and I'll start crying. I cannot even know anything about the person and not be close to them, and they're crying about something and I not know what it is and I can cry. It just, other people sad and crying makes me cry. I can't help it. I hate it. I wished I was not like that because Lord, and the Lord knows. Oh, does the Lord know that I hate to cry. Okay. Now, number 8. Is never retrieving something you borrowed considered stealing? Well, I don't know how to answer this question. Okay. If never retrieving, no, not retrieving, returning. Y'all see, and that's my own handwriting, and I'm reading it wrong. Is never returning something you borrowed considered stealing? In reality, probably yes. Especially if you intended to keep it and never return it. But if you don't intend to keep it, and you totally all along really and truly meant to return it back, but it just got misplaced in your stuff and you couldn't find it. And then you forgot about it. And then time passed. And then you up and moved. And then you're going through all your stuff. And you come across it. And you go, oh, my Lord. I forgot all about this. I still have it. I never did take it back. And oh my Lord, now there is no way I can get it back. I did not mean to do this, Lord. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I did not mean to keep this. Then no, I would hope that's not considered stealing. That's not considered stealing, is it? Please tell me that's not considered stealing. That's my answer. Okay. Moving on. Number 9. Would you rather have... Okay. Here comes another question. Where? Well, that wasn't a question. That was just something. It was about the lotion, and I was mentioned the hairs, and I said I didn't care what other people thought. I was about comfort. This question I'm totally different on from everybody else. Everybody else worries about what they look like and cares about what other people think about what they look like. I don't. I gotta have my comfort. It's about how I feel. I gotta be comfortable. I could care less what everybody else thinks about me. I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm offending y'all on this or grossing you out on this or whatever. Okay? But, and I don't have teeth. Okay? They're all out. I only have gums. That looks like a teeth right there, didn't it? It ain't. It's from my gums. Sorry. That may gross y'all out too. But I used to have teeth. So I'm even thinking back to then. If I still had my teeth, or back in the day when I had my teeth, I would give the same answer. Today with no teeth, and it's not. Yeah. Today with no teeth, I would give this same answer. Okay? Here comes the question. Number 9. Would you rather have a clogged nose or a piece of green food always stuck in your teeth? Okay, back in the day when I had teeth, that green food could stay stuck in my teeth all it wanted to. Nowadays, when I don't have teeth, that green piece of food could stay stuck to my gums all it wanted to. But I cannot handle a clogged, stopped up nose. Little story for you here. Story time. Way back in the day when I was a little bitty girl, my daddy, and I will never forgive him for this. It ain't nothing bad, y'all. It's actually a funny, cute little story, and I actually love sharing this story with people. When I was a little girl, my daddy, we was like, I don't know if it was supposed to be my nap time, or he was laying down, he might have been sick, but I had laid down. It wasn't nighttime, it was during the day, I think, or maybe I was sick and laying in the bed, and he just come and laid down on the bed with me. My nose was all, I probably was sick, but my nose, because I probably had a cold, and my nose was all stopped up. But it was one of them times where it was only one side that was stopped up and clogged up. So, I I told him that it was stopped up, and I hated it. I didn't like it. I wished it wasn't stopped up. I shouldn't have never told him that. Because he told me to do something that kept me doing it over and over and over. And still today, that's why I say it's his fault. I blame it on him. Still today, I do that very same thing. If he had never told me to do that, I would not know, and I would not do that, and I would just stick to one-sided stopped up nose. My daddy told me to turn over on my other side and it would drain down and unstop. What he didn't tell me is that it would stop up the other side of my nose. I turned over and sure enough, it drained down and unstopped that side of the nose and I got relief in that side, but then the other side was stopped up. So I turned back over again, or I think I told him, so now that side stopped up. He said, well, turn back over again. I did. It unstopped, but stopped the other side up. I turned back over, it unstopped, stopped the other side up. I turned back up, back and forth, back and forth. Oh my God, still today, I do that, trying to get my nose all unstopped. And it irritates me, and I'll fuss. After I've done that for a little bit, I'll say, oh my word, I wish my daddy had never told me to do that. Even today, I still do that. Okay. It's his fault. Alright. So, that was number 9. Number 10, and this is the last question. What is something you learned in the last week? Now, I had something in mind to say for that answer. And now I don't know what it was. Oh, chilly, I gotta turn my air down. What did I learn? Oh! I learned how to craft a new style. These little belly band butterfly things that I watched the video on, and another lady doing stuff, and this style, and I have fell in love with it, and I love it. So that's what I have learned this past week. I've also learned, that's the last question, that's the end of the tag. But I also learned, this is a little extra goodie, something else this past week. And it is such an odd thing. It is something that I never used to be excited about, never used to like, never used to be concerned about it or thought about it or anything. And I learned about it this week. And I got so excited and so happy that I learned that. It's weird, it's odd, it's still weird and odd to me. And actually, it would be, and this just came to my mind, that would be a very good video to make about. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to leave it with y'all right there. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I like to keep y'all waiting and keep you in suspense. If any of y'all are curious at all to know about this odd thing for me that I have learned just this week, then let me know in the comments below. And I will prepare. I'll think about it some more and figure out exactly how I want to do the video. It may end up having to be 2 or 3 videos, a little series like. Kind of a lesson type thing. kind of a Bible study type thing. Okay? If any of y'all are interested at all to know what it is, let me know in the comments below, and I will prepare and do some videos on it and about it. There you go. Okay? Okay. Now, that was all of the tag. I'm only going to tag 3 people, but anybody else out there that wants to do this tag, feel free to do it. And probably everybody else out there has already done it. I'm probably the last one. God, I'm cold. I gotta turn my hair down. Sounds like Kobe's driving up. Anyway, or either it's a helicopter, airplane, something like that. Anyway, so I definitely am going to tag my sister Becca, the Becca JV. Now, Becky, I'm not giving you no certain time. You ain't got to do this no time soon. If you don't ever feel like doing it and don't want to do it at all, don't feel pressured. You ain't got to. This is all supposed to be, fun. But if you want to do the tag, I'm going to tag Becca. I'm going to tag my friend Audie. If you want to do the tag, you're my number 2 to do the tag. Number 3. I would say my sister Charlotte, but she don't do videos anymore. Party pooper. I wished you would do more videos, Charlotte, and craft and show your crafting. It's fun. Why ain't it fun to you? Oh my word. Anyway, who else can I tag? See, everybody else has done this that watches me. I have a lot of people that watches me that don't make videos and put them up on their channels. So I may just have to stick with 2. Because I can't think of anybody else. I guess I'll leave it at that, 2. And if I tag anybody on the other one, it's going to be the same 2 people. I can't think of anybody else. So there you go. I'm only tagging 2. But I'm going to say again, anybody else out there that sees this and would like to do this tag, consider that I have tagged you. Okay? Alright. And now, this is a 32-minute video. Oh my word. The other one is 14 questions. How long is it going to be? Okay. So, that's all I have for you for now. So I am out of here. Until next time, I'm done. I'm going to toodaloo.